I just got a brand new laptop, and when I installed my browser, I thought that my Obsidian Web Clipper templates would still be there. It turns out that's not the case. My Obsidian Web Clipper templates got sucked into the ether, never to be seen again, so I have to set them up again. So I thought, why not make a video about it? So what is Obsidian Web Clipper? Well, Obsidian Web Clipper is what we use in order to pull in YouTube videos or articles or web pages into Obsidian. Those sources that have earned their place to be in Obsidian. So we have this, how this 7-year cycle controls your life. And let's say I want to go to YouTube and I want to pull this into my Obsidian. How this will work is we just open up the transcript so that the web clipper can see the text transcript of this video. We go to extensions, we click on Obsidian Web Clipper, it automatically detects that it's YouTube. The Web Clipper template automatically populates the metadata at the top, and it also pops out the transcript. When we say add to Obsidian, it gets pulled into our Obsidian. And this is where we have the transcript, and this is where we can also run some more advanced features, which is not part of this video, but I want to run the processing script, so process source on this video. So this is Claude Code within Obsidian. And what this is going to do is just going to go check my transcript, and it's going to give me key takeaways. So now we have the source in Obsidian. Now what does this look like in our source base? If we go back to our source base, we can see that it pulled in with the image cover and the source. So that's an example of a YouTube video. So let's say we want to go retrieve an article that we're interested in. So today I wrote, my Obsidian evolved again, Obsidian command line interface plus Claude Code. And I can go into the article and I want to pull it into my Obsidian. Same thing, but this time it recognized that this is not a YouTube video, this is an article, and it automatically pulled in the entire article for me to do the same source processing. So we just add it to Obsidian, and here we have the same thing. Metadata filled in the correct way, source, article, and we can run the process source as well on this one. So let's just go with process source. And I want Claude Code to process the source. And just give you a quick look as to what this looks like. It creates a beautiful summary, some key takeaways from the video, and then we still have the normal transcript just lying there, ready for us to use. So how do we set this up? And how do we make sure that we don't need to rebuild this in the future? Well, I found out today that you can download your templates. So you can export it, and then you can re-upload those exported JSON files. JSON, if you're French. And it's quite easy to create. What you do is you just go to your extensions, you click on the Obsidian Web Clipper after you've installed it. In order to install it, you just go to the Obsidian Web Clipper page, and then you just add it to your browser. And once it's added, you'll see somewhere there'll be something that says extensions at the top left, and then you just click on Obsidian Web Clipper, and then you can go into this little gear icon, and it would take you to where you can create templates. So the first template that we're interested in is the YouTube template. And this is the format that I like to use, where S indicates source, and YT represents, you guessed it, YouTube, and this curly brackets, where you start with 2 curly brackets and you end with 2 curly brackets. This is just going to try and detect the YouTube video's name. Next one, note location. Where do you want to store this? Now for me, in my Obsidian, I would like it to be in my notes folder. The vault, if you use multiple vaults, then you can choose which one you want to use, but I'm just going to use last used. And template triggers. This is where you specify how Obsidian Web Clipper should automatically detect what template to use. So if I'm on YouTube and I'm trying to pull a YouTube source into my Obsidian, well, then I want to use the YouTube template. Then we get to the fun stuff. This is my preferred metadata fields. Type, area, source status, author, cover, created, up, related tags, and summary. So for type, I want to indicate that's a source and that it's a YouTube source. You can see we're using the curly brackets for the source as well. And an URL that is just going to take the web address. Then we have author. If it can detect who the author of this video was, it will be populated there. and then the cover image. Now this is what I got from one of the previous videos, so thank you for this little piece of code. And what this does is it just takes or gets or retrieves the web address for the thumbnail of the video. For created, we just have date and note contents. This, the exclamation mark, open square brackets, close square brackets, and then normal brackets, 2 curly brackets, URL for the URL of the YouTube video again, and then we just close everything off. That piece of code creates this player inside of your Obsidian. You don't need to leave your safe space. And this is the code for the transcript. So these templates I will make available for free. So I'll find a way to send it to you, link in the description. But now we can go to the article template, and same thing. We just changed the structure of the name, but we still have title and author. We want to save it in a notes location. These are the identifiers of how Obsidian Web Clipper should know which templates to use. So if I'm on Medium or Substack, it should know to use that specific template. And source, article, URL, everything else is the same. And this is also the same. So that's it. So now we have working templates. And if you want to make sure that you don't lose your Web Clipper templates, if you need to move to a new PC, or if you're thinking of formatting your device, make sure to export your templates. It only takes 5 minutes, but it might take a little bit longer if you haven't saved your structure somewhere. Luckily, I have a bunch of videos and articles where I saved these layouts. Otherwise, I would have to go and figure out what the correct code is. But don't make the same mistakes as me, kids. Be smarter.